Me to represent them today as the featured speaker. As they've done in the past, they have selected very well. Our speaker has been a student here since the 7th grade, and I can tell you that all of us have come to respect this young man for his witty sense of humor, engaging personality, and many talents. When I asked Jack yesterday if he was ready for a speech, he said, "Yeah, I think so. I can tell you one thing, it's going to be interesting." I think we all agree. It is without a doubt that he will continue to be an immense success in any endeavor that he pursues, and it will be a real pleasure watching his success continue in the next stage of his life. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Jack Kanizian.
Oh my God. To start, I would like to thank the class of 2014 for taking the ultimate gamble, giving me the opportunity to give the senior day speech. I would like to thank my teachers, Mr. Petru, my parents, and my friends, who have given me unwavering support through my 6 years at CCA. Now for the fun part. You should know me at this point, but if you don't, my name is Jack Kanizian. I came to this school in 7th grade and quite quickly made a name for myself, for better or for worse. I met my best friend for the next 6 years on the first day of school. He walked up to me and said, "Sup, I'm Alex." I responded normally at first with, "Hey, I'm Jack." There was an awkward silence and I kind of panicked, randomly blurting out, "Why is there no strawberry milk at the school?" Another awkward silence, followed by, "Bro, I've been thinking this for years." This was the start of a beautiful friendship. During my 6 years at CCA, I started a petition for strawberry milk and succeeded. Danced to a rap about mathematics with Clark Daggett. Broke the CCA basketball record for most turnovers in 5 touches. 6. Got knocked out in a baseball drill, specifically designed for communicating in the outfield. And performed one of the most controversial and polarizing CCA coffeehouse songs of all time, titled "Business Time." Believe me, this list goes on. The class of 2014 is truly an interesting bunch. In the past, previous senior day speakers have talked about their daily routine and how all of their classmates seem to fit into it. In my opinion, while these speeches are very nice and well done, the descriptions of the typical school day can be a tad embellished for the occasion. I like to keep it real. So I'm going to tell you how a typical day actually goes for me. I wake up in the morning and first see my exchange student Jason Liu microwaving milk and begging me to not make him late. Before I even enter the school, Tyler's bellowing voice blows my eardrums. I walk in to find him, Maddie, and Zach sprawled on our dust-infested senior couches. I then walk to Mr. Kroll's advisory, where Olivia Rand and Jillian Rosenfeld are giggling about some post on Tumblr. Olivia Mead makes a face at me that would scare the tusks off a walrus. And I'm on my way to my first class. Generally, the next 135 minutes of classes are not too noteworthy, as in I don't take notes. But to Abigail's disgust, I still managed to do well on econ tests. I go to break and see Jason Fashada plopped in the corner. For the record, if he somehow hit puberty again, I'm convinced he would have the voice of James Earl Jones. Chris Frank is drinking an entire gallon of water and is interrupted by Billy Carlton, who poses the simple yet thought-provoking question, "Yeah?" I look over Micah Murphy's shoulder to see him playing 2048 and notice his sad yet impressive high score. but not nearly as sad and impressive as Eric Cow's high score. Generally, I sit with Tessia, who could karate chop me in half if she had a motive. Sierra, who complains to me about something until she realizes how little I truly care, and moves on to Marina, who's straight chillin'. I turn around, and to my dismay, Jordan and Jillian are doing another senior announcement without me. Guys, every time. I laugh at Liz, who tries to convince me sailing is a real sport. And then Milo dampens my spirits by reminding me how terrible the Buffalo Bills are. I usually go to lunch with Jean Espanol, escargot, asparagus, and get a massive roast beef sandwich. During the second half of lunch, I seek out a game of chess with Anthony, where I get obliterated by his dragon defense on most occasions. I shamefully walk back to senior corner and hear James discussing 19th century Russian politics with himself. Which makes Charlotte and Daphne's conversation about online shopping sound a bit rudimentary. Senior corner during lunch is total chaos. Bailey is throwing her head back laughing. Mona is doing the same, but it's some joke literally nobody understands. Kyle runs up to me babbling about Swedish a cappella and the language Tagalog. Kim returns from one of her Kim breaks she took first period. And generally around this time, Jackie strolls in with a tardy slip. Tina Wang is shredding the piano in a nearby room. Philip Zhao is saying good evening to every soul that passes by. And Molly is simply being a genuinely nice person. I couldn't say anything. Before lunch ends, I reserve a moment to chuckle at Lydia's last name. Calculus seems to drag on every afternoon, where Mr. Sears' mustache competes with John Wong's mohawk for control of the room's attention. As I'm walking out of the school, I observe Max command an armada of 3-inch playing cards. I finally leave and watch Phoebe's 1900s duct-taped car sputter out of the parking lot. My after-school schedule varies seasonally. In the fall, I race Caleb's big red Durango in my far less impressive garbage green Passat to a golf match where Tanner promises me this time he is setting the course record. Never happens, does it? He's still good though. During other seasons, I pretend to be a lawyer with Lily in mock trial and quarrel with Mr. Bellamy in drama club, who many considered an honorary senior. I go home and think my day is done. I'm exhausted, but I realize calculus homework is assigned. I then know my day is done, and I go to bed. That is how a typical day actually goes at CCA. Now, to be honest, I had no idea how to conclude this speech. When I realized my classmates selected me to speak on senior day, the first thing I did was ask Miss Johnson how I should end it. I was expecting a sassy Mrs. Johnson response such as, well, maybe if you did your homework in junior year, I would tell you. But instead, she encouragingly suggested that I end this speech with a piece of advice. Finding the appropriate advice to give was a difficult challenge. Believe it or not, it actually came to me when I was listening to the rapper Common. He ends his 2005 smash hit B saying, never looking back or too far in front of me, the present is a gift and I just want to be. I'm going to break this line up into two parts. First, never looking back or too far in front of me. I understand this may seem like a strange choice of quote on a day centered on nostalgia and celebration for the class of 2014's future, but I believe it is a vitally important concept for my graduating class and all current classes of CCA. School is challenging, especially at this school. Between a rigorous course load, demanding after-school activities, and typical high school drama, it is easy to be bogged down and find yourself anxious, stressed, and upset. This can range from worrying about an upcoming exam to lamenting over a past breakup. I promise you, these events happen to everyone and are the unfortunate reality of being a high school student. The ability to move on from past failures and carry out a thoughtful, structured approach to future events is a critical skill. Now for the second part of the quote. The present is a gift, and I just want to be. This one is simple. Life is beautiful. Make the most of it. Attending this school means you have unbelievable opportunities, not only in the pursuit of knowledge, but also in finding out what you are truly passionate about. You have an amazing group of teachers and dedicated parents who want nothing more than to see you succeed and be happy. Don't be afraid to try new things. Getting involved in different activities led to me having a great, diverse group of friends. For students still attending CCA, I urge you to take advantage of the many opportunities the school offers. I wish you luck and hope you are as grateful to the school as I am when it is your time to graduate. And for my class, you're an amazing group of people. You've made the last 6 years a fantastic experience for me. I'm confident that you will all take the world by storm and leave people at CCA talking about the dynamic class of 2014 for years to come. Thank you.